Hello everybody, how you guys doing? I'm doing alright. Alright, decided to get these out of the way seeing that it's a beautiful sunny Sunday morning. Well, almost midday, but that's alright. So it's coming actually from CBS News, so this is an official story, folks, in Miami. A Carnival Cruise Line ship that's been hosting a tour centered on Pittsburg sports has received 16 migrants in the Gulf of Mexico. In other words, they picked up 16 of these refugees, folks. Carnival spokeswoman Jennifer de la Cruz, oddly enough, said the Carnival sensation found the 15 men and one woman Saturday on about 50 miles north of Cuba and brought them aboard. So these were Cubans, but still, refugees nonetheless. Former Pittsburg, yeah, okay. That was another thing. So they sent out a ship. Alright, so they sent out a ship to go in and get them and rescue them. And it looks like there they are trying to talk to them about, what they're doing and everything. So this is an official story. Again, CBS News. Out of Miami. So, I don't know how you feel about this, but personally, I wouldn't feel very comfortable with a cruise ship picking up migrants. Okay, fine, they had to be picked up. Fine, I understand that. I'm not against the humanitarian work. What I am against is them basically getting the freebies of a cruise ship. Granted, they were escaping hard times and stuff. Fine, I'm not against the freebie part, but everything else on this, yes, I am against. I mean, on a cruise ship, you have to show your passports. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to check in 6 or 7 times a day. These guys just basically walk out. Oh, yay, cruise ship! I know that sounds very racist and very, ignorant, but every one of my family members was here legally, best of my knowledge. And I don't think that they should have done this. I think when they found them, they should have taken them on the small boat and hopefully moved them to the shore as soon as they could. I don't know if they actually dropped them off on shore. I don't know if they, gave them a day or two on the ship. The details are actually very sparse on this, or scarce. But the situation is actually very clear that, these guys were officially picked up. And, I can only imagine how grateful they were, and I'm glad they were picked up. But I don't feel the same way that, that we should have, extended the cruise to them and everything else. I think they should have been moved to the side. The officials from Border Security and Border Patrol should have been called, and they should have been put into Border Patrol custody. And best of my knowledge, inside this, inside this report, there was no mention that these guys were turned over to Border Patrol and escorted back to Cuba. So, somebody, it sounds like, didn't do their job quite the way they should have. Like I said, I'm not against finding floaters and helping them out, but I am against, letting them come on board and, I'm certain they weren't among the general population or anything, but I don't know, folks. These guys could have been wearing suicide vests and any number of other things, too. I mean, I understand these are Cubans. These are not the Muslim refugees, supposedly. But if I was a ship's captain, I would not have allowed them on board the large cruise ship. I mean, medical, this and that, fine. Check them over, do this, do that, and then leave. And then I would have had CBP come alongside and allow CBP to escort them back to Cuba. Or whatever else their situation was. But there was no mentioning that CBP was contacted that I'm aware of.